Hey everybody, Asher here, back with more Starsector, where we are continuing exactly where I left off, which is not exactly what I intended. I am a little concerned because I did have another save where I had done some shipbuilding work off camera, and unfortunately that save is currently, if we do the load game here, currently throwing this error. So, some stuff I want to do off camera, we're going to do on camera. It's fine. But, yeah, it's fine. It has to be fine. That's life living in the modded world here. So, we do have some good stuff going on here. Like, we have a cluster of bounties. This one I can probably do. This one's a nightmare, but I kind of want to see what the Star Federation looks like. So we may do something a little bit different here and try to poke the bear while doing a save, hopefully that keeps beforehand, just to see just how terrifying this looks, because it's almost 300,000 worth of a bounty. But yeah, what we're going to do first is actually go back over to the Empyrean star system here. I know it's kind of a batting back and forth at this point. Let's actually check my colonies and make sure they're okay here. So we do have a little bit of a deficit that may change. We don't have another AI core to put in there, though, as opposed to False Hope, which, well, we actually haven't put an AI core in there at all. We just have actually improved it. So let's, while we're here, let's go ahead and see if we can make improvements here, too. Only 2 story points for this one. Once again, 20% accessibility helps quite a bit with a lot of problems. And weirdly, pirates came over and hit some of our stuff here. So let's fix that too. And I apologize for the no sound I'm about to make here, but weird times today. So for whatever reason, we're just hitting a bunch of crap. I'm going to take control of the array, proceed. Alright, so that's why it's salvaging, but we're not going to salvage this. You know what else? I think there's something else that I did that I hadn't quite paid attention to yet here. Because the third industry for this place is going to be a patrol HQ more than likely. So let's go ahead and build a patrol HQ here as well. That'll give us something to do. Increase the stability even more, which is something that we need. Looks like we have a little mining group for the asteroid. Let's just take this back as well. So yeah, just a little bit frustrating. Uh-oh. Hey guys! Really? We do not let those pirate forces go without further incident. Excuse me, game. No, I will give you an incident. Alright, second in command. Blow these fuckers out of the sky. Please. Yeah, what the hell are you doing? Pirates. Come on. Y'all should know better. Really? Huh. Okay. We're not going to recover these ships, but... See, I was wondering why we had some pirate buoys being taken out, but if we look at our colony information, we don't have, like... Well, it looks like we do, actually. I apologize. We do have a little bit of shipping disruption, but we don't actually have pirate activity. So that's all the more reason to do a stuff here, which means doctrine and blueprints, we need to start thinking about this. This is all fine. We'd like to have more ships instead of ship quality. You want to go for ship size. What ships are we prioritizing? Like, we have some decent weapons, and I'll let the game kind of figure that out. Let's do by size here. The Nagar is pretty interesting. The Nerman Lion. Fishkill. We have, like, a bunch of capital ships, which is pretty interesting. But a lot of them are low-tech. So we'll play around with this just a little bit. There we go. This is what we want. So cruiser warship. We want ospreys. Eagles are good. Pirate falcons are good. It's weird that we don't really have more options, but it's okay. This is kind of just a starting point, because this is just going to be what our crappy patrols are. Okay, so let's get this out of here. Thank you. We are not breaking you for salvage. And with that little... Ooh, is there another thing down here? Just a Sherm frigate. That's just floating aimlessly in space. Not going to use a story point for that. Alright, so as frustrating as this is, what our first goal is to get a bunch of ships out of the parking station over here. And look at this, we have Ordos that are actually watching out for us. We've gone from having enemies to friends. And I should probably run by and check and see if we have some new missions as well. So definitely some good things to keep in mind. The one thing that is really irritating about the stuff shutting down a bit is that, or not shutting down, but not reloading a save very well, is that I did work pretty hard to make some builds that I like for some of these ships, and now I'm just going to have to kind of BS it a little bit. You're a friendly salvaging fleet with some giant-ass ships. We'll let the Ordo do its thing, I guess. We don't want to engage in the remnants and make them sad. That is kind of our goal now, is to not make the remnants sad pandas. So just flying along. This should be us. Okay. So if we check here, all I'm doing at this point is just going here, picking up the ships that I parked. It means we're gonna have to like haul a few of them on our own. But I guess this gives me a chance to talk about... Oh, hey guys. Don't get too mad at me because I had my beacon off. I literally just saved your asses before. So, colony information. Alright. Really? Oh, I guess you guys won't let us actually port until we deal with these guys. Scan. Of course we don't have any contraband, you jerk. Alright, repair ships. So, we could buy some things. I am in fact going to buy an Atlas Super Freighter. I mean, it's the military side markup, but... I did say before, looking at my fleet, that I needed to deal with a lot of this stuff. Now, the Super Freighter does have a maximum burn speed. This one actually has a burn speed of +7, which is nice. But we're still going to go ahead and do the augmented field drive. Then we'll just auto-fit the rest. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Game. Okay. We're not stripping. We're not doing that. That's a little annoying. Alright, so augmented field drive. This is the kind of tomfoolery I like to not do on camera, just for things like that. So we are definitely gonna sell, because right now our ship fleet total is pretty high. Now I need to double check here. Okay, there's another thing going on that I really hope I haven't lost out on here. And it looks like I might have, because I have seen some Tachyon Lances for sale in some of these places. And those are such a gargantuan boost for what I have. I hope I can find them in some of the other nearby systems. Fortunately, we should be able to... from some of the friendly places here, but let's go ahead and take out all these ships. I don't know if I'm going to build out all these ships right now. We do have some available options to us here. Obviously, we're under crew strength. I think for now, I'm not going to work on this ship. This ship is good, but I'm not going to work on it right now, so we're going to mothball those. I am a little irritated because I didn't realize I was getting the F version of the Rime, which actually has a very different loadout. Arguably, I'd say a worse loadout than this Rime, which gives you the 2 missile medium points. So I'll be honest here. I think I used a story point for that too. So I'm probably just gonna skip that ship as well. We'll put these back in parking, but we are gonna play with this one and we are gonna play with this one. So let's start here. The micro missile array is something that's a really big deal on this ship, and I wonder if it's a big enough deal to put in an ECCM package. I think the answer to that's going to be yes. First off, we are definitely building in heavy armor. So that's confirmed. That's done. ECCM package, as opposed to the ECM package, which I famously built in before, it's a little bit of a problem. We cannot actually put the VIC integrated assault systems because this is not a VIC ship. So we could do the thing with this integrated targeting it for ballistic and energy weapons. Doesn't help as much for primarily a missile boat, but we're going to put some other stuff on here. Hardened shields is nice. Hardened subsystems, also nice. And unstable injector, probably good. Okay. So you can see I put a lot of biggies on there, and maybe there's a better way to build this. There probably is a better way to build this, because you guys are not the best on like shields and vents and stuff. But if we take all this back, like if we put hardened shields up here, I know someone's gonna be like, why are you doing this? You are ruining this ship. Don't do it this way. It's cool. We just did it. All right. So the other thing that's very exciting about this ship, as I may still opt to keep some point defense on, but not this, is that we have a bunch of hybrid turrets up here. And these turrets can do some work. So I'm going to get a Laidlaw accelerator here. I'm going to be honest, I haven't been super happy with how these cannons have been doing for anti-shield. I haven't been super happy with them kind of either way. But there's not other weapons that are really great at this point. So we'll see what we can get here. Like we have Mash Driver. Those are all fun. And those will all be able to point forward. But this is going to be a ship that does fire some missiles as well. It's have some little drones that pop out, which is pretty good. We also have a large turret here. And unfortunately, I don't have a great solution for what to do with the large turret here. I don't really want to put a thermal lance on this one too, because this one, I do want this to be a little bit more of a standoff ship. So we'll see if we can get a better weapon somewhere else. So that's kind of where this ship is right now. This Sea Cucumber, once again, has 2 fighter bays. I don't really want to mess with that just yet. I want to think about it. But this one, this is a very interesting ship because it has a compacted hull, ECCM package, ECM package. This just looks like a really nice support ship, if I'm being honest. So, obviously we've got some work to do on some of these things, but we have a hybrid turret and a universal hardpoint. So I wouldn't mind putting like some good missiles here. Maybe like Annihilator rockets. Like this is just going to be a support ship. And then we do have this available, a crypto heat generator. I'm going to buy that, but I'm probably not going to use it just yet. Alright. So we have Ravager, Smart Dart Launcher, everything else. Yeah, we'll check and see what some of the other systems here. By the way, I'm just remembering something else that happened off camera that is now... Oh, wait. You know what I meant to do? I meant to actually check and see. Is there... You guys usually have good prices here. And, Fortuna seems to have pretty good stuff here. Purgatory actually needs military armaments. So let's buy all these. Nope, not those. Like, this is just a decent flip at this point. And then drugs. Fortuna usually needs drugs. It's not the best price turnaround, so we won't do that right now. But we just lost some money. Of course, everybody takes damage right now. So Purgatory, repair our ship. And can sell some heavy armaments for a little bit of cash. Alright. We'll hold on to this because there's some other systems that we'll be going into. Alright, fleets. Obviously don't have anything we're going to buy. I'm doing this wrong. We need to buy crew. Shit. Well, who wants to get off of Purgatory today? I bet it's you guys. It's actually a really good crew price. That's not a great marine price, though. Yeah, I guess technically it's a we could do better crew price, but yeah, we're gonna pump up the crew just a little bit. Like I said, I apologize if some of you all are oh, interesting. Oh man, and phase cloak cost of 25 decreases all weapons range. But more important thing is, this is what I was saying. Tachyon lances. I know I said phase lances before. I meant tachyon lances. I just hate that everybody has thermal lances here, but the psionic interference autocannon, probably a little bit of a better option for our big ship down here that we're gonna head and move up here. Like I said, this support boat's very fascinating, and I want to see how it does. But first things first, refit here. I am in agreement with you all that the capacitous discharger is just not a very good for the phase AI. Let's see here. So we have a missile launcher. You could do a hypervelocity driver. There's a lot of things we could do. I think hell, we'll put one of these on there. So we have a close fighting option, other fighting option. We should have some other point defense available somewhere. That's fine. And then if we can just add like safety overrides would be really interesting to add. I'm not exactly sure what the ship needs. Because it's a compacted hold, we can't do expanded missile racks or anything. So this seems fine. And I don't think we can do hardened shields right now. I think we just put in some points. That should be okay. Alright, so as for you, big gun. Alright. I kind of like this. I know it's a big suppression gun, which is not as exciting as like an actual accelerator here. Hell, I think I'll just put some hypervelocity drivers here for now. You can't really go wrong with a hypervelocity driver. Small missile hard points, actually forgot about that. Because the way the ship is oriented, like these have micro missiles have tracking. You pretty much have to put missiles in here that have tracking, and I've seen some good options. Like annihilators won't work. Standoff torpedo rockets seem good. Sabots have poor tracking. Reapers, not a good option. We could do harpoons. Torpedoes produce the trio of unstable plasma spearheads. Let's try these. Seems fun. And I think the capacitors on this are okay. It's just a fuel situation. So let's see. You want those firing. We want these firing alternating. I'm fine with this one auto-firing. I'm fine with these turrets firing in a group, although that's going to be a problem. And the hypervelocity driver doing its thing. So maybe we put those on a separate one here. Kind of want these to auto-fire too. We'll see. We'll see if that fluxes out the ship or not. Like, this is weirdly primarily a missile boat, which is why we have the ECCM package. I actually don't have expanded missile racks, but these have unlimited missiles for unlimited cats. So that's what we're going to do here with these ships. And And like I said, I have a few other options available, but I don't want to board you all to tears too badly with other stuff. So we have a few drugs that we can sell. We have some of this stuff that we can drop off, right? Alright. Purgatory's up here. Phlegm is over here. Our bounties have a little bit of time left. 62 and 47 days. There is still this bright, shiny place over here that's kind of in between here that I want to visit. But I think we'll save the extracurricular activities for just a little bit later. We can still buy a lot of weapons and make some decent money if we go to the Star Fortress and then flip them. Not back to Purgatory, but we could go to any number of places to do that. So let's do just that. I don't think there's anywhere really down there that we can buy stuff very well. Alright. So let's do this here. Oh, we have 9 days of supply left. Should probably fix that. Where did all of our supplies go? Alright. So that's going to hurt a little bit in our weapon profiteering, but... But I do think that's the better option here. At least just get something that we can drop off here. Now I'll say as well, since I didn't see it up there, one thing that was really frustrating about losing the save progress that I had is that I actually was able to pick up a derelict Starlight Cabal Aurora that I was very excited to see how it built out, but I guess we're just stuck here. So Perdition Outpost, you guys just can't stop fighting in the black hole, can you? Alright. Can't stop, won't stop. Alright, Pirate Corsair, Buffalo. Wouldn't have minded getting you earlier. Alright, trade goods. As we got their goods, slow jams. Alright, so we can do that for a fairly nice profit. We don't need to sell those. Okay, they have a lot of weapons excess stockpiles. I'm glad we can buy these packages if we want them here, so that'll be fine. So we have 400 that we can sell somewhere else. That's pretty much our goal at this point. And since we do need a few supplies, let's go ahead and not that many. I mean, you know what we're gonna do here in just a second, right? Obviously we have some pirate stations and stuff available. I still want to do this bounty because that's going to help us make up some money. That one doesn't pay nearly enough. Hopefully when we fly through places we'll get that. But let's get back into the core worlds, because there are pirates that we can take out. Thule has a pirate station that we should be able to... Well, Thulean raider base is usually pretty troublesome. But we can go by here, as I have a cat meowing at me really hard. Are you guys... Okay, you guys just focus on fighting. Yeah, you're fine. Tortuga Station. You guys are pursuing my fleet. Why? Do we really have to do this today? An expedition in 43 days. Well, we're not going to have any of that. Okay. Hyperspace, I don't feel like dealing with you. Really? Okay, so you're traveling to Genna. You're still traveling there. Okay, as long as y'all don't want to get all of my weapons that I'm sitting on, that'd be fine. Alright, so we'll turn off our beacon just to keep things a little safer. So now we know we have some homework we've got to do. We've got to go around, try to deal with some of this stuff. We actually don't have a lot of fuel right now. So that is a spot of bother for us to be in. We do potentially have some other missions available, but I kind of want to see if our AI contact has anything good for us here. Perhaps, perhaps not. Prism Freeport, comm directory. So, Midnight Dissonant, do you have any work for me? Bounty targets available. What's a more challenging target? 160. It's in the Plenuleka system, 5 light years away. Well, that's convenient. Yes, please. Alright. By the way, what do you all have to buy? So it's still just big-ass ships like this. Which, don't get me wrong, that's good. And they have a really exciting markup. Like, 2 million for some of this stuff. But, no sales or returns. I love it. Yeah, that's not nearly as exciting. And your high-end seller for today has a bunch of other stuff. Do y'all just have any fuel for me? And y'all don't want to buy my drugs. Alright. Still the best option is to drop by Thule. So we'll see here. Where do we go? Should be this one. So we have a big fight there. Okay, they probably still know who we are. But it's fine. So they still have a deficit of weapons. So that's fine. Drugs are not really a problem. I love that we could totally be doing drug flipping right now in Empyrean. But someone's going to get to that first. We're kind of in the wrong place, wrong time for that. 300,000 is all we're really going to need right now. Alright. Consider our military options. If we go here, and we go after supplies, get 300 supplies, that's not really super exciting. That's a little more exciting. Just do a good old-fashioned drug raid. I don't really want to, though. Alright. So not today, old friend. Alright. So let's go ahead and go up here. Wow. Do we just have to keep bumping things this way? Okay, so we have somebody still possibly coming after us because we have our beacon off. That's fine. We need to go up here and then probably stop somewhere down here to get some more fuel. So where's our bounty at? Our bounty is, this one is in a giant primary star, and this one's in a, oh, you know, I bet it's in the same place, so. Actually, okay, so that one's a red giant. That one doesn't say because Starfighter should here. Let's just start at Tiamat. That seems fine. Alright, so we have 18 story points to spend. We made some trade profit. That's all very good. Like I said, our goal right now is just to stay above water. Our colonies will carry us eventually. After having experienced doing a bunch of 200% hazard rating colonies, this is all very nice. Oh, so it's a yellow. Oh, it's just a low warning beacon. All right, so we haven't actually explored Tiamat. Let's try right here. There's a few other planets around. Okay, so here's the start. Okay, barren world, barren world, barren world. Okay, near a barren world in the Tiamat system. And near a barren world in the Tiamat system. Oh boy, you guys are probably like hanging out at the same like junction, aren't you? Alright. So here's a barren world, here's a barren world, here's a barren world. And then there's a few more. Alright, well, let's try this on for size. Yes, no, maybe. We don't have a lot of supplies left. Okay. What's here? Oh, we got a lot of stuff. There's a orbital habitats. You should have supplies. We found a mining station. It's not as many supplies as I was hoping for. But it's something. We got a whole derelict graveyard here with actually some really interesting ships. Alright. Okay, we hate both of you guys. We hate you a little less right now. We're just gonna salvage. What else is here? Freighter, bounty hunter, wayfarer, freighter. We're gonna keep these out for later. Alright, so we have another barren ship here, another barren ship here. Not barren ship, barren planet. Alright, so you guys really stacked on top of each other right now. Okay, there's something. Okay. That's a 5-star. You know what? I'm going to do something I don't normally do here. And I kind of mentioned this already here because we did the poor pick of the lottery here. I'm going to go ahead and try to save here because I do have to stop recording because of work here for just a minute anyway. And I'm going to put a cut in here real quick. And I just want to show you all what I've read about in terms of the Star Federation being really powerful. I know it's a 5-star bounty, so they're probably going to kick my ass. But I want to see that. I kind of want to see him in action. I mean, like I said, we've already done the straightforward playthrough, practically Iron Man, although not really Iron Man. So I'm just going to do a quick cut here. Hopefully the save thing works and I don't cry. Hello, time for some Starsector Prepare to Die edition. Let's go ahead and engage this unknown fleet that we know exactly who it is. It's Argyre's fleet, full of some very serious ships. Now, granted, their combat readiness is a little bit lower than us, but let's see. An Accordant, Union, a Resolute. So right there, 3 battle carriers. Then there's a cruiser, and an Osprey, as well as a Kestrel. So right here, we have a capital ship. We have 1 battle cruiser, and then a bunch of cruisers. So, for once, they outgun us. Uranus Argyre's fleet has a lot of bonuses. Like Agile and EMP resistance both work really well. Attention, Prey! So he's a lieutenant. He's allied with the pirates now. We're going to take this fight. As I said, we've already saved. What could possibly go wrong other than us dying really harshly? Instead of, you know what? Instead of bringing these two, as fun as it would be to bring the Kestrel against these guys, I kind of want to see how some of these other newly wired ships go. So you can see we have a 60 deployment point ship. The Princess Iris, which I meant to rename, and I think I did that off camera, but we already talked about why we lost that. Let's go ahead and deploy. This is a fight that, as I said, we're doing this just to see. I've heard tale of just how strong the FTL ships are. All right, those nice mods coming into action. But we do have some options available to us. Like, the goal here is just to see just what kind of guns they have, how friendly those terrible guns are, and we can already deploy a few more things. Let's just go ahead and bring in some reinforcements. I think those are nice. Look, we dropped it down from 6 stars to 5. How many more do we get? Oh, good. Down to 4 stars. Thanks, Big Space Battles. So all we have to do is to not get destroyed. Easy peasy, right? So we're trying to defend this point here. I'm going to go ahead and cancel the waypoints here, just because we want our group to rally around here. We can already see our 2 phase ships doing a little better with their AI, although still taking some pretty nasty hits. Okay. So everybody's here. So we got first and second blood. And right now we're just waiting for their fleet to show up. And waiting for the usual bumping into other highly aggressive ships. Did I just blow up your front with a gun? Ugh. Alright, so look at that ECM rating. We have minus 10% weapon range. That's amazing. Alright, so here comes the engagement forces. We're all right here right now. It's just their small ships first. Let's go ahead and we're going to hold on to this defense point as long as possible. Obviously, we got some big ships first. Now, the thing about the Federation, you see their shields look a little bit different. They try to make it a lot like FTL, and that you have 4 layers of shields that you got to beat down. But there's our capital ships that are coming to get us. So now we get rid of Waypoint Alpha. Let's send you guys. I think this is fairly reliable. If we send you guys over here to eliminate this, and we send you all over here to eliminate this. And then I kind of take up what's in the middle. We have this other ship that I actually did not assign a captain. But there's the micro missiles. They're going to do a thing. should probably have my fucking shields up. Wow. Okay. That is definitely one way to lose. Is once again, we have a lot of problems with maintaining lane control. Like, I thought my shield was up, and now it's instead of getting a first Alpha Strike opportunity, we now have these guys here. Let's just look down here. Like, we have some fights that we're winning down here. Their Kestrel's doing some work. You're freelancing down there. We're doing some damage up here. Okay, so let's fire the things. Oh my god, hang on. I'm getting slowdown. Holy crap. That's like a first here in a while, so we got to watch our flux pretty hard. Alright, so back it up. We're going to vent this out because venting is better than running away. Okay, so shields up. So round 2. Do we have any of our guns available? Does not appear to be the case. Alright, so it turns out these big guys are pretty gross. So we got you knocked down. Let's see if we switch to you. What good comes of that? So, okay, my shield's dropped again. That's not very responsible playtime here. Okay, and now we're outfluxed. And gonna take quite a bit of hull hits. There we go. That's the kind of glorious death I was expecting here. Like, I was way too aggressive staying up front, but it's okay. Like I said, these 3 battle carriers all at once is tough enough, but just look at how my fleet is trying to fight on. Like, we might actually take somebody down. That's a Reaper. Oh, it's a Reaper by Leroy. So we got one down, maybe. Oh, it's so close to dying. Kestrel on Osprey action. Wolf, you're gonna live. Barely, but that explosion way too close to you. Leroy taking the death. Dr. Lieutenant Captain War Crimes up here doing some bad things. Ugh. And we still have all these ships down here as well. So we lost our big ship. They lost their other ship. I kind of just want to watch and see what this ship does a little bit here. Like I said, we're just doing this for fun. I'm not keeping this. Even if I were to win, I wouldn't keep this. Just because this is not a kind of fight I would normally take. So there's Frank Space Cat getting battering rammed. That's not very nice, y'all. And so there's micro missiles doing micro missile things. Everybody's getting really cooked here. It's got to be said. So there's a Kestrel. Oh, I apologize for all the coughing. There's a Kestrel taking on the final boss of the game. Okay, that's not a flagship reliant here, but we're I'm a little surprised at how well our cruisers are holding their own. So yeah, this is we have a few of their ships that are retreating. So our you know what? Screw it. This ship is just running around like a nothing here. So we're just gonna jump out. That's how this works. We have our own little ship that I think can still be shot down. What are you? I guess you're trying to take on some of the shit that's down there. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's move our focus back up here because oh man, I maybe need to get some extended shields on here. All right. I don't remember if I. Okay, we have the micro missile array here. I didn't actually do the weapon groups pretty well, but we do have some standoff missiles that we can fire. So yeah, this is how you die, I guess. All right, so we're not totally dead there, but like I said, we're putting in some work. It's not the total ass kicking I was expecting. It's just a relatively strong ass kicking. I think that's enough. Like I said, these guys. This is a tough. This ship right here, the flagship for this fight. I don't know if I can actually pull up the details on it again, but this one is one that I've come up against, and I was like, you know what? Let me try in simulation, see how this works. So Resolute is just incredibly strong. So let's go ahead and let's reload. Like I said, it's very fascinating stuff, but our fleet needs a little bit more beef to it, including maybe some Federation ships. But that's where I say before, oh, and that's something else. Difficulty rating for the next battle reduced by 20% due to reloading. I need to figure out which mod that is and how to turn it off. But we're going to do what I'd normally do in this situation, which is run. And then we have a sensor array up here. And then we should have... We have one more barren planet. We have no supplies because of our inability to disengage without getting harassed. So we're going to engage you because we need the supplies and we need the money. So look at this right here. Obviously that may stars. But as we include more happy little ships in here, should be a little bit better, even if our combat rating is not great. So that's a lot of deployment. Maybe we don't need to deploy this many. I kind of think I'm going to bench you. And then we can bench a few others here. Like, we can bench the Kestrel. Bench the support ships. Yeah, that'll be fine. Bench you. That'll be okay. If things get dicey, we can always bring them back. But I am very happy to see how much better these guys go with the tack lances. So, obviously, part of my homework between episodes is to kind of refine and make sure this builds okay. Because the Strum is a very... That's not the Strum, but that ship is a very interesting ship. I just don't know for sure if I really have nailed the build on it yet. Meanwhile, Flagship is still doing really good things. But one of the goals is kind of to get the micro missiles to push through pretty hard. So we'll finish up this happy little battle and call it a video. Should be nice. So our we kind of need an enemy to fight here. So there's one, there's two. Let's go ahead and take away this waypoint. Okay. Everybody just fire at will, I guess. If one of these people is named Will, that might be one thing. Okay, I really need to remember to assign an officer to these things. Okay, let's not ram our team here. But yeah, sure, you can just stay in my shot. Like, Fizzle, you are perfectly in my shot here. Okay, it's a decent start, although I gotta really watch my my soft flux here. Alright, I love that missile array here, but that should take you out, and then we vent. Because the nice thing is that with the Sturm, with that modification, we just vent as much as possible and try to do it nice and fast. Okay, we should be able to cut you apart. There we go. So more of the missiles. Okay. This once again, we have a lot of little weapons. I'm gonna put in some work here. All right, so you should be dead in just a second. Any day now. Really. Okay. Please, please die. Okay, finally. Okay, so those missiles do wind back pretty well. Alright. So like I said, even though we do have, like, a mod that's making combat a little bit easier right now, this is a fight that was kind of always going to go my way anyway. So we'll, just end this on a nice paycheck. And that's the nice thing about Starsector, is that sometimes you gotta pick your fights. Really? Dude, okay, full assault. Let's go get them. I've cleaned up all the stragglers here. Wow, that ship is really having a good time exploding. Alright, let's give it a little more of a good time exploding. Alright, so everybody down here. You're an enemy, right? Oh no, did I lose one of my ships? It's like, I'm always worried about my two phase ships, but those seem to be doing okay. So this isn't going to take much longer. Oh, that's right. We could have already claimed victory. Okay, so they're all gone. And we lost one crew. That sucks. Ship recovery, not really interested. I mean, the Clanker is fun, just because that's a ship that's literally duct taped together, but I'm not going to do it. We can buy one of those from our neighbors. Alright, so consider ship recovery, Falconet, or Starliner, no. Alright, so that's going to do it for this one. Our supply count's still pretty low, so one of the first things I need to do is to get back to one of the core worlds, like Westernese or something, but we're close enough to do that. We do have a little bit more money here. We actually did get a new contract as well. Anybody? Remnants? Bounty for Tritac? Okay. This Tritac patrol, I'm happy to shoot them down. And so I guess we can do that just on the way back down to taking care of some of this other stuff, because unfortunately we have a Ludic Path group that's coming to us in 6 days. Well, shit. I guess what that means is that the Ludic Path is, it's very weak. The Expedition Space Forces are outmatched and its ground forces are evenly matched. Okay, so hopefully we will defeat it in orbit and not have to worry about it because it's the Ludic Path. That's fine. Did we actually finish... I think we did actually finish that Patrol HQ. So that's excellent. Nice to have it with the salvage yards, because that produces things that this needs. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. This is Asher with even more Starsector, where our colonies are doing all right. Obviously, having ground defenses on both places would be nice, and it doesn't appear that I built ground defenses here. So that's a little bit of a problem. Whoops. We have the money, we'll just build it now. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hopefully this save keeps, and I don't have to do this again, but that's part of modded life sometimes. Crap happens, and you just do what you do. So thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around. We had some fun with the Star Federation, and yeah, those ships they're chunky. They're kind of ridiculous. I look forward to getting some of them on my side in the future. But thanks for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments. Tell me what parts of mods I need to turn on or off to make things run better. I'm glad I finally have modded the crap out of my game enough to actually experience slowdown in combat. That's great. But that'll do it for this one. You all take care.